there it is.
Everybody makes it.
I'll talk about that too.
Oh God, we must be counted to the united and one. In this land we are discounted. Got to end our division amongst men. No. So many have been replaced with the power
Good
of money.
morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Welcome to our show this morning. Today is July 8th, 2020, and it is raining where I'm at here in St. Cloud. And I think a good portion of the state is going to get rained on today, but after this last weekend, that's right, because it was really hot. That's what I mean by that. So, So all right, today's show is brought to you by the Chosen Family. And we are the Chosen Family, that is us. And today's show, our show is called the Morning Wake and Bake. So in case you forgot that, hello. Um, and also brought to you by our organization, Minnesota Normal. You can check us out at www.mnnormal, that's MNNORML.org. Click around, read everything, every letter, every word, even the very bottoms that says where the website was made, because that's important too. Read all of it and then become a dues paying member. All right, you can do it for as little as $4.20 a month, but I suggest at least 10 or maybe even 20, because it's a dub. So let's get it. All right, so in today's show, we got some really cool stuff in national news. My man David has a really cool article he's about to talk about in 1 second. And in local news, we have some events coming up, and so stay tuned for that because we want you to come out to the events, and we love having you out there. So make sure you are here for that because we want to tell you all about them. But first, my man David in the national news. What's up, David?
Thanks, Barry. First of all, with Normal, yesterday they did come out with a call to action to write your congressman on a couple of the bills that are in right now. The first one was the Safe Baking Act, which I really hope that people will actually jump on and write their representatives about, because really, if we get legalization, that's going to be one of the most important things for these businesses to succeed, is to be able to have a safe banking system. And then the other one was the Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement, the MORE Act. So I urge any of you people out there are listening to jump on Normal and these call to actions. You can the letters are already set up for you. All you got to do is put in your prefix, what it's about. You can pick different topics if it fits into certain areas, like maybe science, maybe health, maybe economic. I urge you to add your name and then send it. And the more we do this, the more these lawmakers understand that there is support for this bipartisanly all across our state and the country. Also, they came out, the National Institute on Drug Abuse came out with a report on cannabis current state of affairs. I posted a link in the comments for the Marijuana Moment. You can click on that. You can subscribe to them. This is daily stuff. This is usually where I get my national news. I know a lot of people are in our group actually get it, and it talks a lot about why communities should really look at not allowing legal cannabis, and they're really trying to debunk it. But there's a lot of information in here They're all referenced. There's 3 pages of reference. You can really do some serious back study on this to find out where they're getting a lot of this information, because some of it's, I would think, accurate, but a lot of it is not. And there's a lot to it. And I think it's a good article to take a look at. With that, I'll pass it back to Ari or Mike.
Thanks for that, Dave. Locally, we tell you guys this every day. We got events coming up. So tomorrow we're going to be on live with Christian Foss from Organizing Empowerment. Organizing Empowerment helped us to create an app in order to revolutionize the way that we communicate with our volunteers and how we get calls to action out. If you don't have the Empowerment app, please go on and download it, get involved. It's an app specifically for our volunteers to help us out. Also, on the 14th, we'll be on live with the Secretary of State's office. We'll be discussing absentee ballot voting and getting out to vote in November. After that, we'll be in Duluth with Ginger. The Duluth area MN Normal chapter is holding an event. Ginger, do you want to talk about that event real quick? See you doing a ball cheers.
Sure.
Good morning, Corey Jones.
On the 18th at 12:30 down at Leif Erikson Park, we're going to be up above the stone stage by the walkway. We'll be hanging out, talking to people, trying to get people registered to vote. If you are registered, still come down and see us, because we can have you take the pledge to vote, Smoke the Vote 2020, and then just get to know us and maybe become part of us.
Thanks, Ginger. And then on the 26th, we'll be doing our Cannabis March for Freedom. You're all invited to come out and enjoy the time with us. We're going to march, and we're just going to try to send a loud message to legislators and to the state of Minnesota that we want to see legalization. Please come out after the march. We will have a private boat ride for the cannabis community. Would love to see you guys out there. We'll have food and everything provided. So take some time, come out, check it out. I think that's all we have on local and national.
And music.
Huge shout out to Corey Jones for coming out to cook. He's watching right now.
What up? Jones
Thanks,
and your bones, shut up and eat. They will be cooking for us. Come on out and check it out, man. They got some really good food. It's going to be a good time. So
Great.
I'm going to hand it off to Jenny. We got started a little late, so we're moving a little fast this morning. So I'm going to get it over to Jenny for a bone cheers real quick. And then I've got a track that we're going to play from local artist Dima Cash.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, Familia.
Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Smoke it if you got it. If you don't got it, I'll smoke it for you.
Researchers note that cannabis may effectively treat a number of different physical and mental ailments, including post-traumatic stress disorder, chronic pain, and depression. And I know about that.
Facts.
And they actually talk about that in that article. Some of the medical issues with it.
There you go.
Hella BB's banging.
Yeah. I'm just chillin', relaxing, stay cool. You wanna chill too, you gotta have that Mary with you. That's the rule. Put it up one time for the smokers, all the herbal connoisseurs and chronic blowers. Can you smell the odors? AK-47 have you feeling like your head's off your shoulders. Trade rank on deck, big shout out to all the stoners. Devil weed, get an M16 to the soldiers. I hope you realize I'm just talking about the Doja. No more Mr. Nice Guy, have the diesel fold ya. It's that killer bud I already told ya. Hippie headband, have you hold ya breath. Love potion number 9, have you in the sweats. It's classified G13 was the best. Maui Wowie got us flying out the Midwest. Dima Cash, I'm higher than the rest. I smoke so much I know, but I got them different strains. I smoke so much I know, but I love that Mary Jane. I smoke so much I know.
Shout out to Jeremy Sankey watching us.
What up, Jeremy, man? Safe travels.
Yeah, shout out to everybody on Facebook watching right now.
Who was this again, Mike?
This is Dima Cass, different strains. Someone will roll out while we keep talking. At this portion, we would have a guest speaker. We don't have a guest speaker today, so it's the topic that I kind of wanted to touch on because I got an invite for an event this morning.
I like this one. I like this one.
Hell yeah, it's a good jam.
It is.
So my thing is, I think it's dope that people are putting on cannabis events. I'm just going to open up by saying that. I think that's dope. We've been doing cannabis events year after year after year, Loud on the River, private smoke sessions. I encourage people to do these events and continue to do the events. So I did get an invite to an event. The same event was somebody wanted to post into Minnesota Marijuana. I didn't post that event in Minnesota Marijuana. Moderators, admin know that we don't post events to our group that we're not either hosting or sponsoring. I think it's fucked up. I felt like it was a slap in the face. I'm just gonna go all the way in. We want purposely to legalize marijuana so people can do events, so they can come out of the cannabis closet. If you're doing a cannabis event and you're sending it to me, that's a slap in the face if you're not willing to contribute to the legalization movement, or if you're not willing to, help us do the work that we're doing. I think it's great that you're doing the event, but if you're not going to help us legalize it and make it so we can do these things legally, I mean, do the event, just don't send it to me personally. Our team is out here working tirelessly, man. I mean, every day, the Chosen family won. April, we were on the Capitol steps 30 days in a row. We got snowed on, we got rained on, we got everything,
Hailed on.
In Minnesota. At that time of year, we get all the weather. We've been people like Ed Engelman, who've been fighting for this for years and years and years. Oliver Steinberg, the MN Normal crew, Minnesota Marijuana, the Chosen family. I wanted to put my shirt on today, man, because we've been representing over the last few months, man. If you're gonna invite me to a cannabis event, you better be donating to the movement. You know what I'm saying? Contribute, show up, march, do something. Because it makes it look like to me that you want to profit off of the cannabis, which I'm sure a lot of people do, but you don't want to do anything to help us actually make it legal. You know what I mean? I don't know. I want to open it up for discussion from you guys. Maybe I'm looking at it fucked up, but I've been doing this work tirelessly for 5 years. Straight.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mike. I mean, there's no need for us to go out there and make that person's event a big ass event when we're out here making our events. We're not gonna make his event blow up.
I'm gonna let Greg jump in real quick so he can throw in on this conversation too.
Yeah, shout out to Jahan McCoy.
Greg's in, and I just want to get you guys' thoughts on this, because maybe I'm overreacting, but I feel what I feel, and I see a lot of cannabis events. I don't ever say nothing, but if you invite me to your event and you're not donating to the movement, that's a slap in the face. If you try to share your event in Minnesota Marijuana and you're not contributing to the movement, that's a slap in the face. I don't know. I want to know how you guys feel about this.
I agree with 100%.
We've been pushing this movement for years, asking people to come out and volunteer and help out. So I think it's only right for you to say something like that.
Right, Camille?
Yeah, you have to say something at this point because they're using the Minnesota marijuana movement, period, just to get more people to the events. And I've noticed that a lot.
And they've been doing it for a while. And, I haven't really been saying anything. It's cool because it's a free market. I encourage people to be entrepreneurs. I encourage people to chase their dreams. If it's something that they can do, they can promote and help the community. I love that stuff. But, don't try to use our network if you're not going to contribute to what we're doing, man. We're working hard. We need help. If you're going to donate, thank you. If you're gonna come show up to our events and volunteer, thank
Show
you.
up.
If you're gonna
More than
become
once.
a dues paying member, thank you. But yeah,
Show up.
Boots on the ground is very important. Very important.
Action is the measure.
yeah, I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. You know, and I kind of want to hear how you guys feel about it.
I feel you. That's it's especially like you know, putting in the work to build a company, and then you know, somebody comes in and is trying to sell their product and you quit. I mean, you done put in all this time, years of work, blood, sweat, tears, and money, you know, emotional investment into this thing, and here they come along like, here, can I just you know, hop in on this shit, and you ain't put in on this, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
You put in on it.
And
Put in
who,
some work. And here's the
who's
thing is,
profiting from the event from them? You know, they're using your name, they're making a profit. Who's getting it?
right. Well,
Who's doing the event?
But my thing is you're not doing no voter registration cards to contribute to us. You're not doing no voter pledging. You're not donating. You're just doing cannabis events. So, I mean, I don't know.
100% illegal if you ask me.
And trying to
Well,
make
it's not illegal. I'm not gonna, you know, we ain't gonna talk about cannabis is 100% legal as far as I know. But man, I don't know. Greg,
Who is it, Mike? Who's
you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm not here to put people's names out there or anything. I'm just saying in general, if you're gonna host an event, and here's the thing is, if you have an event and you work with us, you're likely to get more people to show up to that event than if you don't. I mean, Loud on the River, we brought over 400 people last year. I'm sure we would have had over 600 this year. Like, we constantly bring out people to events. All I'm asking is contribute. You know, do some voter registration and do some pledging. Invite our staff out to come and sit at the table and, you know, do some of our work at the event. If you don't want to put no money, that's fine too. But help us in some way if you're going to use, you know, the cannabis community to try to build your own something. You know, like I said, I encourage entrepreneurship. I want to see, I encourage people to be doing these activities, but help us win the war. You know what I'm saying? Help us.
It has to be a conglomeration. There has to be a give and take in everything, Mike. If somebody wants to use your platform, they have to give to you in some sort of way, or why would you give to them? We don't work in a world that people just give shit away for no damn reason. Sorry, that's just not the world we live in. It's a utopia that people want to live in. But the reality is you put time and effort into this, and that's valuable. And if they want to be a part of that value, then they need to pitch into it. Plain and simple.
And then I just want to add, so the songs that I've been playing on the live each morning have been
Vandella, is that your mic?
Have been from local artists that actually donated to help us produce that music. So like Demon Cash, if you have any of our shirts from the State Fair or any of that, he's been on there 3-4 years in a row. Pee Wee Dread has been on shirts. He's came out to our events. All the artists that we've been playing are all contributing. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying. We need y'all's help. If you want to use this network, reach out to us and support. We'll support you back. That's all it is. So
yeah, stand up, get your boots out here. We'll put our boots over there.
If you want to do a private smoke session, let me know. We'll post that too, but collect some registrations, collect some pledges, spread the word. You know, if you're going to use the network, man, be part of the network.
Do the work.
Legalize itself, people.
That's what networking is, you know.
Facts.
Well, the thing is Dave, it is going to actually legalize itself. But the question is, are they going to legalize it the way that's going to help us? Are they going to legalize it in a way that's going to be effective and actually help us build community? Or are they going to legalize it in a way that's just going to take all the money and leave us assed out?
Right. And that's why I think there needs to be an oversight committee. So there's transparency in that when this bill goes through, it needs to be part of it. There needs to be complete transparency, because that's the biggest complaint from other legal states right now, is that money gets sucked up by big cities or it doesn't go where it's supposed to. And who's supposed to be keeping track of that? That should be part of the legislation.
It needs to be. And then like there wasn't very much community organizing when they introduced the medical bill. That was a different group that came in the state and helped with it. But like the community that we have built now, we have to take action. That medical bill was the worst bill in the nation, first of all.
And that's the
second of
problem.
all, it's a duopoly. You got two businesses and two companies in Minnesota that's making all of this money. What about all the other local farmers? How many people
Exactly.
applied to pay that $10,000
And they had Arizona right there during those hearings. They had blueprints. This is a successful program right here, and they wouldn't even look at it. And they had no one on that. No one in that committee had any experience with cannabis or the culture or any of it.
Right. And the thing is this was in 2014.
Right.
Now, this was before I started doing Facebook. I had a humongous Twitter following. If you follow Minnesota Marijuana on Twitter, we're at like 38,000 or something like that. But they reached out to me to ask me about the medical program and how I felt about it. And my first thought was, you know, it's a step in the right direction. It's a foot in the door to get us to where we need to get
That's
to.
what I thought.
That's some bullshit. I mean, I wish I would have been more involved in legalization because obviously at that point I was still kind of learning the ropes. But yeah, we got the worst bill in the nation, and we should have had a better representation.
Should we
of
have
the
said
community
no?
when it-
Should we have rejected it and went on another 2, 3, 4, however many years it was going to take? Or, you know, was it the right? I mean, that's exactly what I thought too. Well, you know what? It sucks, but our foot's in the door. We can change it from here. We can adjust it. But
yeah, well,
You know what?
our foot has been in the door for 6 years.
I was at those
Exactly.
hearings in 2014. I've been following this because of my disease. I've been sick for almost 11 years. I have followed every aspect of this. And I'll tell you what, as a patient, to answer that question, yes, I wish they would have waited because the shit they give us now is substandard, too expensive. It doesn't work. You know what? It's crap. So we pay basically to have what's called an insurance card.
there you go.
That's it. And I'll tell you what, as a patient to answer.
Well, somebody's got but what's even worse is you can't even have flour. What
No,
the?
that doesn't make
Now,
sense.
now, people are getting killed from vape pens. You know, we don't know all the science behind the vapes right now. The only thing that you can get in the medical program is vape, pill, or tincture, right?
Yes. I don't even think tinctures. They did add edibles. It's like they call them
Tinctures is a part of it. Yep.
Oh, that must
So
be
why?
with the
So
edibles
why
on it.
wouldn't they just allow us to have flour?
Right.
I mean, they already can't tell hemp from cannabis. Like, if you smell marijuana, no, it's not marijuana. That's CBD. It's legal. You know what I'm saying? How can
But tell the
it doesn't
truth,
really make sense.
tell
to me.
everybody they shut power down for the program on a Saturday night in the middle of the night. Well, not middle. It was like 9:30 at night is when they did their vote on it. So nobody could know. Nobody could be part of
Yeah,
that.
they
Nobody
could've
could
watched
be
that
there to
sneaky
stand
stuff.
up and have his heard while they were doing that voting, because they're cowards. That's why. Because they don't care about
One
it.
of them is my
That's-
opponent.
They don't
You
care
know, it-
about it. They don't care.
It was
See,
designed
this
to
Sitting
fail.
there,
just like
17
weed.
years in her seat.
You know,
They're
it was
very
designed to
difficult
fail.
to see,
So,
but these smell just like weed right here.
and those are cigarettes, hemperettes, wild.
These are
What's
wild
your-
hemp. It's very hard to see the packaging because it's silver,
okay.
but here, there, that's a little better.
You know, this is a great
Pricey,
debate, man, and I wish we could get more people involved in this debate. We do go live every morning if you're still watching us on Facebook. Yeah,
I wanna-
get involved in what we're doing, man. That's all we're asking you. We're asking you to help us help us. You know what I'm saying?
You know, what is it going to take to change everything? You know, like I said, they had a good blueprint with Arizona, and there's plenty more out there now. Over half the country is legalized medical, so there's plenty of options to do this right. Let us change it. Let's just scrap it, start over, and implicate it on a certain date, and just do it.
But all of that is not possible if you guys don't get involved. You gotta get involved. You gotta vote. You gotta pledge to vote. You gotta volunteer. You gotta do the calls to action. These are all the things that are gonna help us legalize cannabis.
And
in
our
Minnesota.
lawmakers that are already in there, they need to cooperate too.
So I'm gonna pass it on to Bari real quick. Hey Bari, you want to take us out of here and we'll get on to the Wake and Bake crew.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah. Another great show. Man, that was a really intense conversation.
Yeah, a
But
little bit.
you know, just it's kind of, I mean, it's you know, something that we definitely need to talk about. And I'm happy we had a chance to, you know, discuss it. And it'll be great when we get some more people involved in our conversations here. So make sure if you are watching and you feel called to like get on and like be a part of our conversations and stuff, you know, we drop the link every morning. So just get on here early before the show starts, and you know, it'll be fun. We'll be happy to have you. So thanks everybody again. A great day, great show. And last words, last thoughts. You know, there's just been a lot of violence recently, especially, you know, over silly things like, you know, drug deals, like small amounts even. And, you know, like right now we're at a time where like that shit is not, like, we don't need that, you know, it's not called for. And so you know, just be safe out there, and just you know, just be thoughtful. You know, remember everybody has a brother, everybody's a mother and a father, everybody's a son or a daughter. So, you know, the golden rule: treat others the way you want to be treated, and remember karma. So, love you guys. And see you tomorrow. Peace.
Love potion number 9, have you in the sweats. It's classic 5G13 was the best. Maui Wowie got us flying out the Midwest, D. McCash.